5, an autistic child who can't even write his name being forced to take a standardized test. The child's mother is very concerned, saying her son could become so agitated he could hurt himself. Elena Hathens has the story.
Once a week, Shay Cannon sees an occupational therapist, learning the simplest of things. How to tolerate the feel of textures, coping with different sensations, saying a word, or even putting two words together.
Let's play more.
Shay has severe autism, the mental capacity of a 1-year-old.
Thank you, Shay.
In between crying, screaming, tantrums, the therapist gently works with the 3rd grader, coddling him at times, trying to keep his attention.
More play.
This is the child
Stop, Shay. Come back, please.
the Chatham County School District says is capable of taking a standardized EOG test. Like every other kid in his class, he'll have to sit and be tested 2 days, hour after hour.
He can't even hope to answer these questions. He can't even hope to write his name on the test.
Michelle Cannon wrote a letter to the district begging for her son to be exempt.
Do you know of other parents in other districts who were able to opt out?
Yes, I know of a family in Orange County.
Her request denied. Next week, he'll be tested.
I believe it's cruel to sit a child down to a test they don't understand, can't hope to pass, and make them take it until they cry and have a meltdown, and in my son's case, pulling on his hair and hitting himself.
The test is a part of the No Child Left Behind Act and measures a child's progress throughout the school year.
The district says not testing the child is not an option. It is a mandate. The EOG is protected under federal law.
I am aware of the limitations of this child, yet we are still required to test all the children.
The district says there is flexibility and the test can be modified or watered down.
We need to know what the child is learning, what they're capable of, and what we can do to improve the academic performance of that child.
But this mother has already seen improvements, accomplishments that cannot be quantified.
This year his teachers have taught him how to walk hand in hand, so now we can walk in the community without it being a life-threatening situation for him to run out in front of traffic.
This parent says she doesn't want to see accommodations. She wants compassion.
He can't even hope to answer these questions. He can't even hope to write his name on the test.
In Pittsburgh, Elena Athens, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
The school district says the mother filed for a medical exemption. The Department of Public Instruction has to sign off on it, though. At last check, the district has not been notified by the state that the child is exempt from those tests.
Hi, this is Charlie Morse from the Blue Hat Movement, and it's about 1 a.m. in the morning, so Zoe's not a part of this video. She is fast asleep, getting ready for school tomorrow. I just wanted to provide a tiny bit of backstory briefly about this video, and then encourage you to do something based upon how you feel after seeing the video that you just watched. Michelle Cannon, the mother of the young man who in the video that you just watched, contacted me about a week ago and asked me how I was able to get Zoe, how I was able to support Zoe in legally opting out. And she's trying really hard to do the same thing. And she's also trying to go through all the appropriate channels, and it seems like she's getting stonewalled in every direction she goes. So, something I would love to encourage people to do after watching this video is watch the video all the way to the end, and I'm going to have posted Robert Logan's email and phone number. He is the superintendent of Chatham County Schools who you saw interviewed in the video. I'm also going to post the phone number for North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the North Carolina Board of Education. Please call these places. If you watch the video and you're outraged or you're frustrated, or if you have a calmer message for them, but one that still supports Michelle's right to not force her child to take this test, please let your conscience be your guide and do so. Reach out to these organizations. Let them know. My perspective after watching it is I'm still unclear, because I'm still new to this whole thing, about who's in charge, like who's running this whole show. Is someone forcing Robert Logan to hold the line, or does he really believe this is actually good for education? After I watched the video, I feel even more strongly that forced testing absolutely has to stop. And especially, one thing that Michelle told me that I really want watchers to know is, on the phone, she said, "You know what, Charlie, the most frustrating thing is that my son has received such a high level of education at this school. He has learned so many new things. There's been so many hundreds of victories that have happened this year for him in a public school setting, and the test that he's about to fail will never accurately assess any of those victories. None of those victories will ever be able to be expressed or viewed on a test." And I was thinking about that. And I was thinking, it's the same whether your child's autistic or not, or really, straight A student or a straight C student. All the things that take place in a school classroom will never be able to be captured in a test written by a corporation hundreds of miles away by people who have not been teaching your children. And that is kind of Blue Hat Movement's main point, is if there's going to be a test, it should be written by teachers who are actually teaching kids from a curriculum that fits the kids in their classroom. There can be a curriculum as a general guideline, I believe, of course, but a standardized anything is only making standard results, standard kids, like cookie cutter approach. It's 1 a.m. and I'm babbling now. I'm going to cut it short. But you get my point, I hope. Again, please watch till the end and look at the 3 different phone numbers. And I would love it if Robert Logan's office received 1,000 friendly but firmly stated emails or voicemails before Michelle Cannon is forced to get her child tested. Thanks for watching. Bye.